Hello and welcome. Today I'll be doing a swing state analysis on the state of Arizona, but before we get started, please go subscribe. We're currently at 315 subscribers. Let's hit 350 by the end of the month, so go and subscribe and let's get started. So currently I filled out the safe counties that will not swing either way or even get close, leaving only 5 counties. I have a Trump map here where he wins and a scenario where Biden wins on this map. I have the 2016 election results as well as the 2018 midterm Senate election results for Arizona. We're going to first look at Yuma County. This county went to Trump by less than 1%. It trended very much democratically, going from a 13-point lead to only a half a point lead. And in the midterms, it swung back. So this indicates that this county, in a Senate race where the Republican candidate lost, it shows that the county has swung back and probably will go in the likely or lean column in a Trump victory. In a Biden victory, I think it'll probably be in a lean, or it could be in a likely, but I don't really see it flipping to Biden. We're going to do Maricopa for the last county, but let's go into Pima County with Tucson in it. So Hillary Clinton won it by about 13.5 points in the 2018 midterms. Sinema won it by about 15.5 points. Now, in a Trump victory, this county will probably be in the likely. It's going to be close to safe. It could be safe, but I think it'll probably be like a 14-point victory for Biden. And a Biden victory, it will have to go safe. Biden is going to, if he's going to win the state, he's going to have to get out the vote overwhelmingly. The state has been a reliably Republican state until the last 2 elections, the midterms and this one. It was close in 2016, but Trump still won it by around 3.5 points. Moving into Pinal County. This county went to Trump by about 20 points. It went to Martha McSally by about 12. It trended Republican during the 2016 election, and it swung back even further in the 2018 midterms. But Sinema is a different candidate than Hillary Clinton was. Sinema could attract a lot more of the moderates compared to McSally, which is why I do think a lot of these counties were closer, that were even more reliably Republican, except for Yuma, which I think just overswung in the 2016 election with low turnout. But Pinal County, Biden, I don't think has the same level that would get the county to be close. So in both scenarios, I see it as safe, but in a Trump scenario, it will have to be high turnout. This county has a good amount of voters in it, and it is more of a suburban area. Trump will win this county, but he will have to get out the vote a lot if he is going to lose Maricopa, or Maricopa is to get close. Moving into the second to last county, Navajo County. It went to Martha McSally by 6, and it went to Trump by 11. It trended Republican. It was 8 points and expanded to 11 points. Like I said, Sinema is a moderate and was able to get the independent vote on her side, and some moderate Republicans even on her side. So I see the county going likely in both scenarios, but just a larger margin of victory in a Trump scenario versus a Biden victory scenario. Moving into the last county, Maricopa. This county went to Trump by 3 points, and it went to cinema by 4. So it trended. Let's see. It went 11 points to a 3 points. That is a 8-point trend, and it continued to trend into the midterms with even cinema having even more votes than Hillary Clinton did in the county. So in a Trump scenario, he'll probably edge out the county. It'll be even narrower than 2016. It'll probably be under a percentage point. But in a Biden scenario, he will have to win the county. Trump could lose the county, but he will have to make up the ground elsewhere, narrowing in Tucson or getting more votes in Yuma or Pinal County or even Navajo County. He will have to get a lot of the vote out elsewhere if he is to lose ground in Maricopa and actually lose the county. But this is the map where I see a Trump victory. This is the map I see a Biden victory. Now we're going to look at the demographics that will have to be won over for a Trump victory. He will probably, in the 2020 election, lose a little bit more ground among female voters, but he will have to make that up with male voters. With age, Trump is likely to lose somewhat support among the 65 and older, and Biden's to gain a little bit with the younger voters, if they're able to even turn out. Depends. It seems like there is going to be very high turnout this time around. It'll probably be maybe a 5-point swing with the 18 to 29 votes towards Biden from the 2016 election. Trump will have to get new support elsewhere between the ages of 30 to 64. It was only 6 points behind in the 30 to 44. He'll probably have to narrow that and expand his 45 to 64-year-old age gap. With race, Trump is likely to expand his support among Latinos and probably get a slightly lower amount of white supporters. So it'll probably make up ground with gaining, but if he's gonna lose the state, Biden will have to hold or even expand Hillary Clinton's margins with white supporters to make up the ground lost among Latino voters. Biden will have to narrow up the white women vote and expand on the Latino women, as well as close the gap with Latino men. Biden is also likely to gain some more support among the college graduates. Not too much, but I think he'll probably gain 3 points among college grads. Trump will probably have to make up ground with high school or less. He only won it by 8 points in the state. With party ID, like I said, independents are going to play a huge role this time around. There is more Republican registered voters, and it seems with new registrations, it's about even between Republicans and Democrats in the latest couple of months. Independents will be the ones that will decide who wins the state of Arizona. Trump only won it by 3 points. He could lose a couple points, but he can't lose too much if he is going to lose the state. With income, Biden will have to make up the $30,000 to $100,000 income. It was tied with the $50,000 to $100,000 income. There was a close gap between the $30,000 to $50,000 income. Biden will have to gain some more support among the working class voters if he's to win the state. But Trump does have a pretty strong support among the $100,000 to $200,000 income range. If Trump's to lose a little bit among the working class, he'll probably make it up with $100,000 to $200,000 earnings. Let's see. Anything else that I could mention? Here we go. Okay. If Biden is going to win the state, he's going to have to win it in the urban areas, which is Maricopa or Phoenix. Clinton only won it by 5 points in an urban area. Trump won suburban voters by 16 points and rural voters by 13. He almost won urban voters too. Biden will have to expand the urban voter block. He will have to win Phoenix by a larger margin than Hillary Clinton did. Maricopa isn't Phoenix. Maricopa has Phoenix in it, though, and Clinton did win Phoenix, but Biden will have to expand on the margin and get more turnout. If Trump is to lose Maricopa, he will have to make it up in the not Maricopa, but Phoenix heavily. He will have to make it up in the suburban area vote, and Trump could definitely make gains among rural area voters. He only got 13-point victory there. He usually has a lot larger support among rural area voters, and I think he can expand it definitely and get more turnout. So those are the types of voters, and these are the two types of maps to see if and who win the state of Arizona, one of the most closest states there will be in the 2020 election. Thank you for watching. Please go like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.